It's Week 10 of the NFL, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Bills on Thursday night.
There's a look at Bills Stadium here in Orchard Park, New York. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with their opponents. Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Dubliners, they're halfway home, looking good at a perfect 8-0.
And not much to complain about so far, is there? I'd have to say they're the best team in the NFL through the first half of the year.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Another try after the first down sack. Allen. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Allen. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Let's do it.
Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example.
An aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not quarterback. But if the ball's in the air, they treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This taken in at the goal line. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And he will score. It's a touchdown. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Celtic Tigers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. But that's got to be so. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
No, possession's on.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Allen's throw into the hands of Fan. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Poole flushed out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Looking to throw. Poole buying time to his left. Puts it on the carpet, it's out, and the Bills have recovered. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down the defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
56 is Mike. 56 is Mike. Watch your slap.
Allen going to throw. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers, because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
2nd and 3 from the 9. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Allen. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Hey, we got 3 down.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Gabriel Davis, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied here in the second quarter. A drive there of just 4 plays. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
8 more yards this time coming off back-to-back first down pickups. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%. And I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
And Lambeau will put this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Takes it at the 7th. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On second and 10, Allen.
He'll find Gabriel Davis.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing is Allen on third. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
Off play action. Pull.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Back to throw. Pull. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. And now we move our focus to Stephon Diggs. Looking down at the stats here, realizing he has no catches. They targeted him twice, but no catches. So how do they get him more involved, Charles?
You make sure he touches it on routes that he likes to run. Maybe even run a reverse or some type of a jet sweep so he gets his hands on the ball and get him active and involved in the game. You just try and find ways to get him going, and it doesn't have to be something that's big downfield.
Maybe kind of like in basketball, just a shooter seeing the ball go through, you get him a rep, get him more comfortable.
I agree with that totally. Maybe set that solid screen and give him an easy look.
Well, to this point, no catches.
So quite a turn of events. The late turnover turns into 3 points, and now we are tied with halftime approaching.
My man, alliteration is you. I love how you just put that all together. And frankly, it just shows how quickly fortunes can change in this league.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. He's going to look deep for more. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up this weekend around the NFL. Some of the best games of the weekend come in that 1 o'clock Eastern window, one of which features the Panthers at home in Carolina, as they'll take on the always tough Green Bay Packers. Plenty to like about the late afternoon games as well. As you see by the highlight, these guys are in for a battle, taking on the Baltimore Ravens. And one more to highlight, a good one on Monday Night Football between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. We'll move on now to check out the next-gen stats in that first half for our home team.
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Eluding the pressure right. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
They'll look to throw again, escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. They'll try the right side with Jones. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Off the bootleg. Poole. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
They brought in a heavy set on third down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down. 2nd and 10. We're all knotted up at 10, but it appears that may change soon. Only question is, will they have to settle for 3?
Flush to his right. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Celtic Tigers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that makes it a 17-10 score. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A big play there on the catch and run. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. To throw, it's Allen. Diggs with a good footwork. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Back now in Buffalo. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And his throw here's incomplete. The Bills on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Allen. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. 1 final try here for Allen. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And as a result, possession switches hands. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts, but this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help them big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a 1st down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity. Oh!
Still going. And he's got a 1st down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning.
So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Now a throw here to his running back. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Off the bootleg. Pull. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Back to throw again. Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the Bills are going to get the football.
Here's Allen.
And his throw is incomplete. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it.
Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And those numbers, they kind of tell the story of his game so far. Started off not so hot. Now he's really heated up.
And remember, he signed up for duty as the guy who leads the team, right? The field general, the signal caller. So when things go rocky early, he can't just exit out and ask someone else to pick things up. He's got to do it himself, and that's what he's done here in this game.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a big play there.
Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And I'm really not sure what was more impressive about that throw. Was it the distance travel or the accuracy involved? Because I'm going to tell you straight up, when you're trying to hit a guy in stride that far downfield, there's nothing easy about it, but he sure made it look easy there.
And the final number of the next-gen stats, that ball traveling a full 59 yards through the air.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Dublin, The train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys.